watching a tale of two cities. We have a city of normalcy, a city of affluence, and then we have bringing the city, and within the city, a city of disaster. This was already true, but now it's become ever more real with the onset of Sandy.
The invisible are easier to disappear.
Right now, while we're sitting here making a point, surrounded by fences, surrounded by police, hundreds and thousands of families still suffer the fallout of the Storm Sandy.
We have people suffering in the Rockaways who can't get their prescriptions, babies who can't have food.
I lost my home. I can't go back to my home. I don't have a home right now. There's no emergency housing for me.
What I'm seeing out in the Rockaways is a travesty. We're talking about a community that was underserved to begin with medical care.
I have a 67-year-old lady that works in daycare from her home. She can't work because it's infected with mold.
We are resuscitating Katrina all over again. We know that by the slow response of the city, by the seemingly neglect of the federal government.
There is a public health safety issue around the mold and around all of the problems that develop around that going on in Rockaway, in Coney Island, in Red Hook, and in Staten Island. And we're calling upon the mayor's office, in particular OEM, to start to release the resources available and to start to call on the federal resources to come in to alleviate the suffering and to start to address the local needs.
We need emergency housing now. We need these programs to come in now. This help that group don't want to let in, we need it now.
Bring in FEMA. Bring in the Department of Health to stop this tragedy now.
We're also asking the mayor to partner with the local community activists and community leaders who have been at the forefront, and not to supplant them, but to work with them in order to bring the aid and relief. And one of the primary things affecting the communities right now is mold. Folks don't have the capacity or the ability to do all this work by themselves, and they also don't have the information.
Let us not go back to business as usual. Let us not reflect the ongoing crisis. This is not an issue about the right or the left. Remind us that this is a human issue of human suffering.
Just because Manhattan is up and running again, that doesn't mean that New York City is up and running again.
How would you feel if your family was there, Bloomberg? How would you feel?
We want to make these two cities one. The reason we're leaving, it's a momentum because the people that live with us. Kind of suffering. Thank you.